Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys the Boruto TBV Vortex community response. As of this recording, I don't have the chapter review yet. I sent that off to be edited the night of the 16th, and I was able to get my hands on all the pages of the chapter and get that looked at and get some different opinions on the translations we had out there. So the editor's currently cooking. I'm recording this on the 18th. Hopefully the review will go up tomorrow on the 19th. If not, it will come out on the day of the official release, because we got the leaks out a little sooner than what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting the leaks on the day of the sneak peek, which totally not complaining, gave me more time to prepare the review. But since we got that early, it's only going to be patrons for this video. What I'm going to do for chapter 28 is at the top of the month. So on the 1st, I am going to publish a community response where you guys can leave your predictions over on YouTube for what you think is going to happen in chapter 28 of Boruto TBV Vortex. And we'll just do that moving forward, just to be safe in case, again, leaks drop and kind of throws our whole timeline schedule off. Because if I would have posted the community response over on YouTube, a lot of you guys have read the leaks, so we're not quite getting predictions. So for this one, we're only going to do Patreon. So looking right at it, we got Snaps, a longtime patron. He says, "What's up, fam? Hope everyone's doing well. Great. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a heavy discussion chapter. No actions just yet. We are still in the build-up, and I am confident this chapter we will get closure on why Sarada and Sumire are immune. And it's possibly like Naruto explained 7 months ago. It's due to Ada's subconscious. Yes, gonna toot my horn. That's exactly what I've been saying for the last 2 years. Ada is not the sexiest answer. All the various fan theories were more exciting, but the more likely than not answer ended up being true, which is Ada subconsciously made them immune, just like we did not see Sarada versus Ada in this chapter. Like I've been saying since 2022, they were never gonna fight. Fun to talk about, but the foreshadowing was there. That was not gonna happen. And you are completely right, my dude. This was a chapter that was very yap heavy because we are in the setup. And I think that based on some of the feedback I've been reading, there are people that they kind of grown accustomed to the fact that this is a manga that utilizes setup, and you have to have setup before you go into just mindless action. So I do appreciate the approach that this story is taking. So you're right, and I am very much encouraged to see that somebody actually acknowledged that in the comment. The second part of his stuff is I'm guessing Koji's going to talk to Shikamaru about the weakness of Mamushi the perv as a bug. As a bug, I don't know, maybe he can duplicate. Very good guess. And like when you go back to Koji's 10 Directions, when he got the update, it was cropped out, but we did see multiple Mamushis. So you got that right. Good eye, good observation there. Or can he glitch around without affecting his chakras? So that's the cool thing about this. You know, I talked about in the spoiler video, but Mamushi's ability is basically a Shinjutsu version of Limbo. Like shadow clones split chakra evenly. So I used the example. There were dumbasses that commented on a shadow clone short that I did, but with shadow clones, if you make 3 clones, it's split 25% between you and the clones. I have people saying 3 clones is only 33%. No, you have to keep chakra for yourself as well. Whereas with Limbo, you also have the situation where the Limbo clones had all the power and abilities of the original Madara, but he was capped at 4. Mamushi, he's not capped, and all of his clones are as strong as he is, but his jutsu has multiple weaknesses. And I do appreciate what the story did here, because for an ability that overpowered, there needed to be a weakness, because it's kind of like the people in Konoha are punching above their weight class with the Shinju. And so with Matsuri, she had to be off guarded. She had to have a mental nerf. With Ryu, it took Sarada getting a hell of a power up for that to happen. And now with Mamushi, there's something set up where he can just get taken out in one big hit. So I did like that. I like that a lot. I like where this is going. Give the good guys some W's. give Jura a W, and then probably teeter-totter back and forth. So I did like that. Now, the next one is Benito de Cooch, another longtime patron. Greetings, Naruto Explained. It's that time of the month again. Yes, absolutely. There's a joke there, but I'm not going to do it. I believe we might get a flashback regarding Kashin Koji instructing, Jesus, I cannot read right now, Lord Eighth on how to potentially defeat Mamushi. So the great thing is that it happened in real time. I am a fan of that. I like flashbacks, but at the same time, I feel like you should save them for where it's important. So I like that. I like that this was just a situation where they just kept their foot on the gas and we saw it happen in real time. So when it comes to Sarada and Sumire facing Damon, I don't think that battle is for now, which means Ada will most likely call Damon off. Yep. In this case, Damon pulled back, but I do believe he will definitely want to test that power in the future. Yeah, it's going to be Mamushi. I'm sticking with that one. It's going to be Mamushi that pushes Damon to full power. Whether or not Mamushi beats Damon, that's a different discussion, but I do think Mamushi is going to make Damon use more power than we've seen him use at any other time during the series. I think the sequence is a Chekhov gut. Chekhov's gone. So not Chekhov. Look up Anthony Chekhov. Thank me later. Thank me later. Very brilliant mind when it comes to writing. He will eventually, that will eventually happen later. We might see Konoha exposed again to the Shinju. My questions, okay. Do you think there's a possibility that Jura to find out and access the Daikokun dimension to devour our goat? You know, I raised that possibility when Jura first came into Konoha, and I said, like, there might be a chance that he's going to be able to figure out that Naruto's inside the Daikokun. And it looks like that might be a zinger coming, because that is no Otsutsuki dimension, but Jura is made up of Otsutsuki essence, in particular Ishiki's essence, because that Karma Sealed code used to make him came from Ishiki. Boruto confirms for us that Otsutsuki essence did contribute to these Shinju. So I do think that is a potential zinger. That will be very akin to a major plot point from Chainsaw Man I won't spoil, but I won't be surprised, especially now that Jura knows that Kawaki is keeping Naruto as alive as a secret. I think there's something to that. I think that there was more to him being in Konoha eating sweets. I think that he was eating sweets and drinking the tea, but also mulling over, because everyone in Konoha is operating like Naruto's dead, which means he's going to pay closer attention to Kawaki and potentially Himawari. And his second question is, and when do you think that Sarada versus Hidari rematch will happen? Not now. We just had it in chapter 12. I know that in real time, this is chapter 27. So you're going, man, it's been 15 months, but you got to understand, in universe, this has all happened within the span of a few days. So I don't think we're going to get it quite yet. I think that after we get through the Mamushi stuff, you might potentially see a Sarada thing, barring another development. Hidari might be again, it makes sense, because Hidari and Jura were usually associated close together, but let it cook. That's all I can tell you. Let it cook, man. This is kind of like with Attack on Titan. Like, I remember reading like comments and everything with Attack on Titan when that was monthly, and like the whole thing was like, well, when are we going to get the Beast Titan's identity reveal? When are we going to get the Beast Titan versus Levi part 2? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you got to let it cook. You got to let it cook. That's the best thing I can tell you, man. It's a monthly manga, so the wait's going to feel longer than it would if you're reading a weekly manga, but you can't change the publication. We're going to get 40 pages every month, and we're going to get a chapter a month. It's not going to turn into a bi-weekly series. And even if it was bi-weekly, say it was put on Jump Plus. I read Spy Family. I've said this before. There are months where one chapter will be 50 pages, and then 2 weeks later, we get a double page spread that tells us to check back later. Then the next month, we might get 2 chapters at 20 pages to each. If you guys were getting 20 pages of a Boruto chapter every 2 weeks, people would bitch even more. So just let it cook. That's the best thing I can tell you. Let's see. Jay Briz. That's one of my One Piece guys right there, man. Oh, Sovereign Ninja too. You're a new one. Okay. Let's see. Jay Briz. Shikamaru is still Hokage for now, but the flag was planted for his move by Ikimoto twice in the last chapter. Arguably 3, yes. Yes, and another one was planted this chapter, yes. This is why I like your interactions. You know, like he's a, I don't want to put you on blast like that. I don't know if you want me to say it, man, you know, about your taste in women. I don't know where you want me to put that, but you know, we share a common taste in women. You know, it's just he don't understand the greatness of Nami though. Like that's his one flaw. He don't understand the greatness of Nami. Let's see. Ada is gonna call off her dog. Yes. Mamushi shows up at the end of the chapter to cap off the volume. I think this last chapter volume. I don't think so. See, 25, 26, 27. It'd be 28. 28 would be the last chapter of this volume. So almost. Because volume 6 ended on chapter 24, if I'm not mistaken. 25, 26, 27. So it'd be 28 for this one. Damon sizes up Jura while out somewhere with Ada and her 2 bag. Jesus Christ. And then Mamushi shows up. You know, they're keeping Damon and Jura apart, man. On one hand, I get it, but man, I just want like Damon to walk up and smack a book out of Jura's hand. Like, the 2 people I want to see Jura interact with the most are 3 people. I want to see Jura and Chocho interact now that I know that Jura likes Dango. Tommy Bunny Bread will love that. The other one is I want to see Jura and Momoshiki, because you know Momoshiki gonna say the most racist shit ever. You know that's coming. And then Damon. Like, I gotta see Damon, man. I gotta see Damon. Kakashi, too. Like, Kakashi giving Jura makeout tactics would be hilarious. This man called Sarada and Sumire bag carriers, man. It's so disrespectful. Let's see. Sovereign Ninja. I see Sword down there too. And Bright, man. We got a good turnout for this one. I think this is your first time commenting too. Glad to see you, my guy. Fellow Rurouni Kenshin fan too. Let's see. Let's be real here. Ada is not about to let some Paw Patrol diaper wearing. I like where this is going. Great value Elmo from Sesame Street. Sovereign Ninja with the roast right now. I see you. Take away from her girls night because he decided he wanted to touch on some women in real time. Pause. Holy wow. I like it. This man went completely unhinged. Anyways, I would say about a third of the chapter with Sarada, Sumire, and Ada having a chat about recent events and Damon continuing his warning to them. Half the chapter will be on the political side of Shikamaru and Koji trying to make sure that Shikamaru is still Hokage while the interrogation process begins. Or we get to see specific characters interrogated for the story context to show how someone is about to cave and, you know, yeah, or give good enough reason for their mind to be read as to what happened that day. Yeah, very good. I don't think it was half the chapter. It might be. But we did see Konohamaru and Kobu and Shikamaru and Koji interact for a minute. It might be. This was a quick chapter read. I like this chapter a lot. I personally believe that it will cliffhang with someone almost being found out, or will set up a Master Roshi. Who the fuck is Master Roshi? Like, wow. I cannot read today. It's that dyslexia kicking in. I mean, Mamushi to declare that he is on his way, which will lead to the next chapter in a few days time skip. I think he showed up earlier, because like as soon as Boruto gave Sumire the weapon, like Mamushi's like, hide your chakra, bitch, I'm coming. That sounds so messed up out of context. Like somebody clips that thing, like it's like, wow. Anyway, so Bright says, listen, my fellow politics junkie, love our conversations. I think the chapter will start off. We talk about so much random shit on the Discord server. Holy. I think the chapter will start off with Sarada and the others, but before we see the conclusion to that event, we will shift over to see Jura entering the village, or we see Shikamaru being notified about Jura being in the village, and that's where we get the spoiler page. Yeah. Damn. Yes. Holy, Bright. Did you call the chapter? Let me continue reading this. It makes sense though. My man is like an avid One Piece fan. You know, he'd be like, did you catch this with One Piece? This happened in One Piece. All the small details. I'm picking at him, but he gets what I'm referring to though, man. You know, like the One Piece, like I can't get into the One Piece manga thread on the Discord server because obviously I'm not caught up. But like the ones in the general chat, like it's been a few times where you or IK Time or Jay Briz, like I'll be saying something like, damn, I low-key forgot that. Like, so I said to say, like, the fact that he's paying very close attention and he's catching this shit and predicting it, man. Yep, this video's demonetized. I totally cuss too much. Let's see. I'll be very shocked if YouTube runs ads on this. Let's see. Like they'll do like a pre-roll and then they'll do like no mid-roll. So as I know it's demonetized, I'm gonna look up. There's be a yellow icon on this bitch. Shikamaru will find out Inojin is helping Kashin Koji and Boruto, and the chapter will conclude with Ada finally being able to have a real conversation with Sarada and Sumire. You got very close to calling all the plot points. Like, this was a very good prediction. Like, if you like pause this, screenshot it, do whatever, and you look at like the flow, he's got it paced exactly what you would want for a prediction for a chapter. Because like, I love reading the comments and everything in terms of like the predictions, but there are a few times where like, I don't think you guys truly understand how much story gets told in 40 pages. And like, this is the perfect pacing. Like, if you look at it, like, look at how he did it. I think the chapter starts off with Sarada and the others. So the conversation, the Damon conclusion, that's easy, like 5 to 7 pages dealing with that. Jura entering the village, we didn't see that. Jura was only there for like a page. And then we see Shikamaru being notified about Jura and finding out about Inojin and Kashin Koji. So like that right there is easy 25, 30 pages when you add in the Sarada and Sumire and Ada thing. And then you get more of the Ada conversation making up with Sumire and Ada and Sarada. The only thing he didn't predict, which I don't think anybody called, was Sumire fixing Boruto's sword. But like, he basically picked 4 things and said, these core 4 things gonna happen. And like, that usually kind of breathes. Like, if you go through and you read a weekly manga chapter, like you're talking about 16 to 18 pages, depending on the mangaka, like usually you get 2 core things and then everything is fleshed out. And so you just extrapolate that, like 4 to 6 for a monthly manga. But like 2 of those things out of that 4 to 6. So like if you get 5 and 6, like they got to be smaller subplots, things that are set up and kind of touched on later. So very good prediction. Saw it, my God. OG too. Saw it. Been fucking with the channel for a minute. I appreciate you. See, this is how, like, again, I read all the comments. I don't reply to everybody. I read all the comments. Like what Saw it, like we talked on Twitter. We talked on the Patreon stuff. He's finally gotten into the Patreon Discord server. My man been lurking. So let's see. Ada, I'm poking at him. So, you know, hopefully he don't take it that way. He shouldn't, but, you know, you never know. Ada will call off Damon, correct? Even though her suspicions were made. Close. That would have been interesting if Ada turned into somebody petty and was like, yeah, I don't fully trust you guys, but man, that death flag was real. I would not mind it if you guys killed me. I would. Man, let Ikimoto kill Ada. I'm on the first flight. I'm going over to Japan and I'm gonna hunt that mug down. Can't say the MF word, man. I think we flirting on being demonetized for this video. And we'll get Konohamaru interrogation scene with some interesting info dumps potentially. Yeah, because Kobu was like, he's not particularly bright. Like, I don't know what it is, but like the fact that Konohamaru is getting dumped on in universe, it makes my heart break, but it also makes my gut die from laughter. And Juro will probably be strolling around Konoha, and we get to see some characters interact with him. Probably a calm chapter with not much action centered around Konoha. That's a good prediction. Very good prediction. We got some more. Sage Kaioken, Tommy Bunny Bread, and my fellow wrestling fan, Matthew Diaz. I'm so pissed off, Matthew, by the way. Gonna skip ahead. Reverend Cody Rhodes cheated and kept the WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship. Not a fan. I'm a fan of it. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of it. I like heel Cody. That was a heel move. But god dog, I want Drew McIntyre to win that title, man. Woo! Oh man, I gotta do like a wrestling channel, man. I'm gonna get it sidetracked. Let's see, Sage Kaioken. Oh man, first things first, shout out to you, man. One of the greats. I'm gonna forever spit it out. I appreciate that. I don't feel worthy of that, but I appreciate that. I know you're humble and that's good. See, I just said that and then like he wrote that. Like, okay, let me stop. Okay, the great creator made us in numbers so the people can stamp the any goat for you. Representation. Ninjas paid attention a little in school. Anyway, I'm hoping for drama. Not necessarily high school, but drama. Ada with mixed emotions. She did have them, just not in the way we were thinking. That's how I'm going to interject. Happy she can be, she can have real friends, but unease with the lies and deception. Like, that'd have been an interesting development, but how she reacted, same character for her, though. Damon itching for a fight. Kind of defiant in a way. I'm still waiting. Like, she didn't want him unsealed. Why? Like, so far, he looks like a loyal lapdog. Growing intention. The start of Konohamaru interrogation, or him and talking to Koji. Him. I see what you did there. Or Shikamaru about the meaning of being solid ninja. Stay 10, my ninja. Don't fold. My God. 6-7. And Inojin locking in as a key player. No fights in this chapter. Nothing much on Bug yet. Not speaking of the small spoiler. Yeah, because I published this, I think the day of the sneak peek. Might have been a little earlier. Let's see what we got here. Tommy Bunny Bread. Ada calls off Damon. Jura makes all of Konoha stressed out in Chocho cameo. Did we see Chocho? I don't think we did. I don't think we saw Chocho. Probably too busy eating. Let's see. Matthew Diaz. We see Konohamaru's interrogation. He gets through it fine. And we learn Mitsuki will be. I definitely think Mitsuki's coming. And Ada calls off Damon and says she understands why Sarada and Sumire lied to her. And that she always knew, though she probably still pissed. More saddened. Because again, she said she was fine if they would have killed her. Like, man, that's a death flag, man. Hopefully we see Kawaki do something. I forgot that Kawaki jacked up Amato. So yeah, Bright was again close, 4-6. Jura enjoys a relaxing day off in Konoha, while Shikamaru, Inojin, and everyone else worry about what he might decide to do if he gets bored or offended. It's more the offended part, you know. The moment somebody smacks a book out of Jura's hand, Konoha's getting blown up. But that's going to be it for this chapter response, this prediction. I might do chapter responses, like leave you guys comments. Like I might do that where you guys can do it. I want to do more community responses. These are fun to do, man. My partner manager kind of pushed me away from wanting to do that. Well, you know, it's a good way to engage, but you should really do memberships. And I don't care. Like, I've had access to memberships for 2 years. I don't necessarily want to do it. You know, I don't necessarily, like, if I do memberships, I might go like $2 and have that to be part of the Patreon Discord server, where, you know, more people can join that way. But like, the more I've been finding out about how memberships and everything work, and like how it affects like because like on Patreon I can publish videos in advance, but if I do that on YouTube, it doesn't push the video when you switch it from members only to public. So like, say I upload something for members now in October and I don't publish it until December, you'd have to scroll all the way down to my October videos and upload daily. So that'd be a thing where that'd be too much of a pain in the ass if people find the newest videos. So I'm still thinking about what else to offer on for members outside of like access to Patreon Discord server. So if you got suggestions there, leave that down in the comment section. Right now, like, my connection's not good enough to live stream. I do want to toilet live streaming. But yeah, the chapter review, I kind of went off track a little bit. Let me land the plane. The chapter review should be out tomorrow if you're seeing this video on Sunday. And if you're seeing this video on Monday, then the chapter review is already out. But thanks so much, guys. Be on the lookout for the next Q&A. Have an awesome day, guys.